Hey guys, Mustang here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to do an interesting challenge run, and it's something that you guys can join in with as well, so I'll be very interested to see what your teams are. Let me know down below in the comment section. As you'll have already been able to guess from the title, not that you would need to guess, we are going to make a team using my original 6 SSRs that I pulled when I first started the game. Now, I am somewhere in the 2,200 and something days of login. I have the Easy A Spirit Bomb Goku. So obviously that's like, what, over 5 years of gameplay on this game. Because I joined... I remember summoning in the 2nd anniversary, and I'd already been playing for a while before then. So, yeah, I don't think I was playing when the 1st anniversary actually happened. But yeah, it's getting on close for 6 years. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of team we can build and what kind of what it's going to look like. So if we go by acquired and then UR, and we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. So funnily enough, unlike a lot of people, this Goku was my first SSR, because I believe he's one of the ones that you get from that welcome summon, right? You either get him or the STR Gohan, or I think you can get a Piccolo as well. So the first 6... Oh wait, I'm on Easy A. Well, I thought there was... I thought the tab didn't seem big enough. So yeah, we're on the all characters tab now. Well, yeah, there's a long way to scroll down. So it is still going to be that Goku though, I assume. Yep. Okay, so apparently one of the first things I did after that was the Future Gohan story event. Now, back then, he didn't have an awakening, so at least we have that, I guess. He's another Super Saiyan. This Vegeta's a Super Saiyan 2, because the interesting thing is going to be, what is our leader going to be, and what is our team going to look like? So, that's the first 6 SSRs. Now, I've talked about it in old videos before. This... Bardock I used as my leader for the longest time because his leader skill was all types key +2, which back in those early days, getting a leader that actually gave key to everybody so you could actually super attack was pretty useful. So he has an all types leader skill, 2 key, HP attack and defense 20%, which is pretty low. Gohan has Kamehameha 100% or all types 77%. So I think he's going to be the best leader. Yeah, everybody else has like type-specific leads. You have a Super Saiyan's lead for 77%, but unfortunately the none of the other units... Well, some of the units are Super Saiyan 2s. So we'll have to make Gohan the leader, which does mean Gohan and this AGL Goku. And what about you? Do you have Kamehameha? You do. So those 3 units are actually going to be getting the 100% buff from STR Gohan. And now who's it going to recommend me as a leader? Let's see. Goku... Wait, so is everybody here... Everybody here's not Goku family or Super Saiyans though, right? Because this Vegeta's not going to be on either of those categories. So the game wants me to use a leader that doesn't cover my entire team. It covers everybody else because this guy's on Super Saiyans. So... I guess, should we just use it? I mean, hey, it's the recommended friend, right? Let's just use it. I guess the Vegeta is going to be not particularly strong in this run, but hey, let's go ahead and see how we get on. Now, obviously, the Goku and Gohan are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting here, I think. We're going to have to float off the STR Vegeta because... yeah, he's got 41k defense here. I mean, this shouldn't be too bad considering the fact that we've got... I mean, the STR Easy A Gohan, he's going to be getting the 200% leader skill from this Goku and Gohan. So he might actually be somewhat okay on this run. Obviously, just one-shot Yamcha. This kind of makes me feel like I'm... this makes me feel like I'm Jay Fanta doing one of those runs where... you know, the friend lead is pretty much going to be hard carrying the team. So, wow. So I can't super attack with anyone in slot 1 unless I put you in slot 1. So I guess we keep Gohan here for now. I was going to get him floated off to link him up with the STR Goku and Gohan. But I guess we'll just go ahead and do this. So he should look somewhat okay here, I guess. 1.4. I mean, I could expect much less, I guess. I always really liked this unit. I think his artwork is cool. I link leveled him quite early on, I think. But his Easy A, whilst it's definitely not terrible, I feel like it did age quite quickly. So we're able to lower his attack. We still took a little bit of damage on the Gohan there, but we're looking pretty good. I think what we can do here is just do this, because Bardock is giving the support. Really looking forward to the Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 Bardock Easy A's, because obviously he's a good support unit. He's on a lot of teams that really need some extra help, like Resurrected Warriors, Revenge. There's a couple of teams that could really use some extra really good support units, and so some of those Bardock units, once they get their Easy A's, I think they're going to be really good for that. So you have a few apparently I didn't link level this guy, so there you go. I thought he was one of the ones that I'd already done, so maybe I'll have to go ahead and do that. I guess I was probably a little bit put off by the fact that his Easy A is obviously quite middle of the road, and at this point now, like, you know, very outdated, but I think we should be looking pretty good. He's taking double-digit damage. I know we're not like super far into the event, but I'm surprised that we're doing as well as we are. I potentially could have jumped into a harder event, but I feel like anything much harder than this is really going to expose like the weaknesses. I mean, we're going to see once we get a little bit further into this, as we get to the later stages, whilst this is the easiest stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history. Like, if one of our weaker units takes a super from like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan near the end, then obviously we are going to be taking quite a lot of damage. Goku and Gohan can kind of carry us a little bit until then, though. But like, this is a good example of the kind of rotation I'm talking about, because physical Bardock is potentially going to take a bit of damage here. We can't seal Piccolo, which is unfortunate, because Bardock does seal, but 1.6. Gohan actually taking more than double-digit damage now as well. I remember from when this stage first came out, this is where it started to get more difficult when you got to Piccolo, in terms of like the amount of damage you'd be taking and stuff. So he did 120k. We can still lower his attack, which is good. And then thanks to having a friend that has the 200% leader skill, we do have a pretty reasonable amount of HP as well. Double super from physical Bardock. His attack stat though. Oof, boy. He's obviously getting the 170 lead from the Goku and Gohan, but not the full 200% because he's not on Android/Cell Saga. So I guess we do just keep these guys together, right? Like this. And then grab this and grab an STR orb for you. So Goku and Gohan going to finish them off here. So like I said, let me know down below in the comment section, what does your team look like with your first 6 SSRs? Obviously, as I did at the beginning here, you know, once you grab the first 6, you probably need to kind of shuffle around who is potentially going to be the leader. But it'd be very interesting to see what your guys' teams of your very first 6 SSRs is going to look like. Because if you started playing the game within the last like year or two, when you consider how good some like free-to-play units and stuff are now, it would be very possible to actually have a really good box for the first 6 SSRs. Especially if you started during like an anniversary, right? And you just went ham on like an anniversary banner. I'm really worried about Gohan being STR in slot 1. So I think I am just going to go ahead and throw an item up here. Because if Vegeta super attacks in slot 1, yeah, we take 5,000 damage even with the Princess Snake active. So I think that was probably a good idea. I mean, hell, if you started during one of the last couple of anniversaries, one of your first 6 units might literally be an LR. Because I remember, like, obviously I was playing when the first LR was released, the Prime Battle Goku, and have been playing the game, you know, ever since there was the first LR to now the fact that we've got the Tech Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan that are the 100th LR. So, pretty interesting to see how far things have come in the game over these last few years. So, like I said, I'm very interested to know what you guys... teams of your first 6 SSRs is looking like, because I would imagine that it's probably going to be quite easy for some of you to do some of the more difficult events. So We'll exchange into Gohan here. Unfortunately, I had the skip animations on because I have been link leveling a lot, but I mean, hey, if we're doing a throwback video to when I first started playing the game, active skills weren't even a thing, so I guess I can't really complain too much, so we didn't have the active skill animation in the video. You could almost argue, I guess, that we shouldn't have even used the active skill, but I think it would be limiting us a bit too much to use a leader who was available back then. Because if I started after the first anniversary, I guess that means technically for like the friend leader for the team, I'd have to use STR Gogeta, who of course when he released, like, he pretty much broke the game, like he was so good. Look at that dodge from Goku. I think that we might have died if we got hit by that, you know. I know that Easy A Goku's pretty good, but we're on full health, maybe not, but I will take that clutch dodge. But yeah, Gogeta when he came out just broke the game, like effective against all types, did a ridiculous amount of damage, but also the fact that his leader skill was all types, 3 key, and then I think it was like, was it 7,000 attack or something? And back then, like, actually being able to have a leader where you could make your team however you wanted was really, really good, because, you know, it's hard to, when you first start out, trying to put together a bunch of units that can link well together and work well together anyway. And then, of course, you had to find one that had a good leader skill. Like I said at the start, right, using physical Bardock before his awakening. So my best leader was all types key +2, and that was it. So using a friend that also gave like all types key +2 or something like that, you would be able to super attack most of the time. Because you think about now how much we take for granted having like double 3 key leads. And then the amount of units that we have that give key in their passive, the amount of good support units we have that are actually like worth using on teams, even in difficult content. Like, unless you get really screwed over by the orb field, so you can literally only pick up like 1 orb for a character, most of the time it's almost impossible to get screwed out of a super attack. As long as you build your team, like, well, obviously. But yeah, back when I started, when you're using leads that maybe give 2 or even less key, it was very common to have turns, especially I remember when I first started, like, going through the story, all the quest stages to build up those initial stones. There would be it would be very commonplace to not actually be able to get enough key to super attack. So it's very interesting to see how far we've come, because obviously, being part of 5.9, I see the videos that the especially Gale makes a lot of these new gachas that come out, and you got to think, like, there are a lot of gacha games that come out and they don't even make it to their first anniversary, or they have like a big first anniversary celebration and then they don't make it to like the second anniversary. But Dokkan's been around for over 7 years now, and it really has been very interesting to see the journey from where it started to where it is now. At least the part of it that I got to see, right? Because again, I didn't really play for like the first year. And the crazy thing is, it was recommended to me. I've told this story before, but the game was recommended to me by a friend at work who I started on like a new team. And after being there for like only a couple of weeks, he must have heard me like talking to one of my other friends there or something. But one of the guys there was just like, "Oh, you like Dragon Ball Z, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Have you seen the phone game that you can get for it?" I was like, "No." And yeah, I'd never seen a gacha game before. So potentially I could blame that guy, even though it's opened up a whole new world for me. Like having my channel, being part of this community and stuff like that has been super great. I've spent a lot of money that I wouldn't have spent if I hadn't found out about the game, but oh no, Trunks! I wasn't paying attention to, our health was a little bit lower than I expected. I think I'm so used to just blowing away these enemies that I get lost in what I'm talking about, and then we just GG the event. So, I mean, there you go, I guess. That was my team with my first 6 SSRs failing miserably to beat the first stage of the Infinite Dragon Ball history. It's nice to take a little bit of a wander down memory lane. So let me know what your first 6 SSRs were, and if you put them together into a team, team, let me know how you get on with doing an event. So I thought this would just be a fun little extra video to do. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.